And welcome to today's live stream. How is everyone doing? Happy Saturday. Hopefully I wasn't too gormless. I think I'm getting better with the timing. Though you'll have to let me know. How gormless was the start of this? Hope everyone's having a very, very lovely Saturday. I'm almost getting tired of saying this, but it's another gorgeous Saturday here in the UK. I think we've been a little bit spoiled with the weather. As you can see, it's like super warm, so we're in the t-shirt. This is actually navy. It's coming across as a little bit black and depressing on the on the camera, so I apologise for that. It's actually, it is actually navy. It's supposed to be a little bit more summery than what it's coming across, but we're going to work with what we're given. How is everyone today? I guess let's start with the housekeeping first, because I always forget to do this bit. So we do these live streams here on Mad About Skin every single Saturday, which is at 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, which is 1 p.m. East Coast time, 10 a.m. West Coast time, and somewhere in the middle of the night over in Australia. So thank you all so much for joining. You can ask any questions you want, literally anything you want. Drop it in the comments section in the chat, and I'll get around to them. The way I answer questions is we go through it in the order in which they come in. The reason I kind of want to do that is I just feel like it's the fairest way of doing it. That way everyone gets the opportunity, because I think on some live streams on other channels you have to fight for the right to ask the question, ask it a million times. We're not all about that. We're much more civilized here on Mad About Skin. So, but yeah, basically all you need to do is just drop me a comment, and I'll get round to it and answer your question. Literally, ask me anything you want. All I ask for in return is gentle caress of that like button. You probably won't see it as you're watching this. What you have to do is minimize the chat, hop over, click the like button, then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you were. That's really all I ask in return. There's no fees for joining these live streams. I see some YouTubers charging people to ask a question and all that. What is that about? We don't do that here. We're all open. We're one big family. So yeah, any gentle tap of that like button would be very much appreciated. Now, in true Mad About Skin style, should we cut the waffle and get on with some hellos, and then we'll get on some questions? So big hello to Tom, who is moderating today's live stream. So thank you so much, Tom. He's like the sheriff in town, just keeps everyone in order, make sure everything runs smoothly. Honestly, I say this every week, but it's true. I couldn't do this without Tom. So thank you so much for being the sheriff in town, and everyone send a big love to Tom. We've got Iraglobe, Irene, Jill, we've got Rita, Melenthia, to whom it may concern. Always love reading that out. Laura, we've got Suzanne, Mimi, Meg, Marlene's here. Marley will be on the replay squad, so a big shout out to anyone who's on the replay squad, and sending you all lots and lots of love. Noodle, Catherine, so good to see you all. We've got lots of questions coming in, so I'm going to get on to them, but I do, actually just reiterate that point. A big hello to anyone watching on replay, because around 80% of the people that watch these live streams do so on replay, so it's always good to, see that it's there for posterity. So if you did want to check this out after the event, it's all there if you miss anything at all. So let's start with Iraglobe, who says, hello lovely Mad About Skin family, happy to spend another Saturday evening with you. It's a beautiful Saturday ritual now. Thank you. It does. I look forward to this every single week. I know, I've heard on the grapevine that there's a lot of content creators now do live streams, and I know a lot of people do one and then leave it 2 months and do another. I love doing these. I look forward to this every single week. It's so nice to just sit down, chill. Today I'm drinking, this is the Betty's Yorkshire tea biscuit variety. So it's basically, I've talked about this before, but it basically tastes like you've already dunked a biscuit in your tea. So literally so good. I think you can get it in Europe as well. I know a couple of people have said they can get it in Europe. It is literally my favourite tea in the world. It is piping hot, so I'm not going to drink it yet, but it's there, ready for me to take a sip, save the old vocal cords. Irene, wonderful to see you, my love. Irene says, how is the bird nesting outside your room window? Yes. So yesterday's video, and you'll probably hear it in today's video as well, which is straight after this live stream, I've got the most gorgeous little bird that's nesting outside the window. Unfortunately, it's also the noisiest bird that I've ever known. It's literally cheep all the way through the video. So if you hear in any of the videos in the next 3 months chirping in the background, I haven't gone mad. I haven't decided to adopt an aviary of birds. It's just this one very vocal little nesting bird outside the window. So I need to get one of those bird books and actually work out what bird it is. So cute, so cute. And you know what? There'll always be some Poindexter in the comments that's I can hear noise in the background, rah, rah, rah. But you know what? I actually think it's quite cute. I've realised that, nature is a good thing. And the fact it's wanted to share, its little time in the spotlight in one of the videos, I don't think that's a bad thing. I'll try and get a picture and put it on the Facebook group to show you guys. I just don't want to disturb it too much, though it has kind of decided to nest outside my window. So I'll try and do a sneaky picture for you and some updates. But yes, Absolutely gorgeous. The thing is the cutest thing in the world. And Jill said, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's well. I am Jill. I hope you're amazing, amazing too. And Irene says, I've tried the hyaluronic acid before using the SPF. What a messy business. Never again. Had to start my skincare routine all over. I hate that. The number of times I've used products that just don't gel well together, and then you have to kind of start back from scratch. So frustrating. Hyaluronic acid just doesn't agree with my skin. I personally prefer hyaluronic acid in things rather than as a separate like standalone product, if that makes sense. I think when you buy a hyaluronic acid serum, that's kind of when you run into trouble. It balls, it pills, it peels, it doesn't feel good on the skin. Whereas I think if it's formulated within something, so it's kind of, I don't know, it just somehow applies better. Does anyone else have that experience? I don't know. For me, the worst is the ordinary hyaluronic acid. That is like ball up central. Rita says, happy Saturday, Rita. Melenthia is in the house. Team Make Us Turn, and Laura says the same. It's so good that we get the same. It's nice to see like the same community back week after week, and also some new people. So stand up in the comments and in the chat if you're new, first live stream. We would all love to say a collective hello to you. Suzanne, great to see you, my love. Mimi says, happy Saturday, Mad About Skin family. I can't make it to the live, but I'll watch it later. Mimi, I'm sending you lots and lots of love, as I do to everyone over on the replay squad. Meg says, hi everyone. Our orders are going to Our orders, that was a mouthful, go to ship soon, so excited to try the new stuff. They are, basically, I said nothing will be shipping until the 1st of May because I had to get over this whole situation. That's the big C we were calling it before. Tom coined the phrase. That's passed, feeling a little bit better. It's like ups and downs. Can't say I felt the best the last couple of days. Just a bit of ups and downs, but we're all good. We're hopefully all good to get things started shipping on the 1st of May, so you can look out for those shipping notifications and everything. And if you did want to put in your order before everything ships, you still can. There's still a little bit of product left, so if you hop over to www.madaboutskincare.com, everything's there. You can buy the new exfoliating gel, lip balm, the existing products, and just like as a side note, we have a couple of like discount codes flying around at the moment. So if you, just in case, I don't want anyone, I hate the idea that anyone overpays. So there's two things you could do. If you haven't used it already, you can use the capital MAS family, all one word, so capital MAS family. You can use that to get 15% off anything, literally anything, old products, new products, whatever. If you, a lot of people don't realize that the serum now comes with a pump rather than a dropper. So a lot of people like love the serum, but weren't huge fans of the dropper. We now do a pump as standard as well. So what we want to do to kind of say thanks for persevering with us on the packaging. Anyone that wants to, retry the serum with the pump, which is so much easier to use, like honestly, so much easier to use, then you can use the code try again, all one word, all capital letters, TRY, again, all one word, capital letters. You could use that and you get 25% off the serum. So if you wanted to like try it with a pump as like a thank you for persevering with the packaging, you can get 25% off. So hop over and do that if you want to. And then finally on anything, if you want to buy anything whatsoever, over £25, if you want free shipping, if you use the code, let me get this right, no shipping, one word, all capital letters, then you can get the free shipping as well, wherever you are in the world. Everything's free in the UK, shipping wise, because we did a deal with Royal Mail, so that makes it a lot easier. So if you're in the UK, you can literally, I said this, someone asked me this question the other day, just want to try the lip balm out, like it's a £6.99 lip balm, just want to try it out, can I buy it? Do I get free shipping still in the UK? Yes, if you live in the UK, anything you order, no matter what the price is, comes with free shipping, so we'll just call that out. Anyway, all that, because I just don't want anyone overpaying and they don't need to. I might put, after this, I'll put some of the codes on the Facebook group, so if you're in question, you can check out on the Facebook group. Noodle says, hi Rob, I'm Mad About Skin family. What little thing made you smile this week? What made me smile was going out to the shops and coming back to find a shower had been plumbed in. Okay, that would make me very happy. Coming back and finding a plumbed in shower, divine. What things? I'm one of these people that, I don't know if anyone else does this, I'm a little bit of a weirdo, and I have like a journal that I keep, like, the thing that made me happiest that day, I kind of write down in it. Because then sometimes if you're having a bit of a rubbish day, you can kind of flick back over like the last week and think, do you know what, it's been a good week. So the bird yesterday, that bird that's decided to nest outside my window makes me incredibly happy. I hope it has babies and we can see them and grow up. That would make me incredibly, incredibly happy. So that's like a big smile moment. I got a really lovely email from someone this morning that just said, I don't, it was just something like, I don't actually have anything to say other than I think the serum's absolutely amazing. It's changed my skin and I just never changed the formula. And I read that when the first thing I read was that. I was like, that kind of set the day up really, really well. And so that was like, yeah, so that was the thing that I think made me smile the most today. What else? Like, there's been lots of things. Just, yeah, I generally try and make a note of all the things that make me smile. I'm loving, there's a new series, and I can't remember the name of it now, that me and Tom have been fangirling over all this week while I've been feeling a bit well on Netflix. Tom, the name, I can't remember the name of it now, and I only watched it yesterday. Tom will leave it in the chat. That's really good. That also put a big smile on my face because I watched the final episode of it. I was like, yes, I keep thinking Honeymoon, and that's not the name of it. But it's really good. So yeah, lots of things. So thanks for asking. What made you guys smile this week? Start off in the comments. Let's share a bit of positivity and a bit of love. Like, what made you guys smile or just feel like really good this week? I would love to know. Catherine says, hello from Galway. Hello. Sending lots and lots of love to Ireland. Let's see, it says my mum and dad did it as a surprise, and it's thank you for being their carer over the years. The new shower. I think a new shower is a lovely surprise. That is actually a really lovely surprise, because there is nothing better. There is nothing better than just getting in a gorgeous, gorgeous shower. My shower at the moment here is barely a trickle. You're lucky if you even get wet in my shower. So when I go to the gym, like, the best part of the gym is actually just standing in that shower. I could stand there for like hours. It's so good, so good. Where are we at? Oh, I've lost where I am in the chat, but it'll be all good. Found it again. Emily, hello. Emily says, happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to chatting with you all and hearing the latest news. Thank you, Emily. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Do we have any skincare news this week? What is... I was just watching, before I came on this, I watched Cassandra Bankston's video on the Winnie Harlow new SPF range, which I was actually vaguely, I won't say excited about, but I was like vaguely interested in buying. Apparently, like, the way it was applying on her skin looked terrible, so I think I'm probably going to avoid that. So that was a bit of news. I'm like, probably going to give that one a pass. We've had lots of people have questioned what's happening with Hylamide. So Decium, for those of you that don't know, Decium discontinued the Hylamide brand, and then kind of didn't really make a big thing of it. So like made a big Instagram post and then really are still advertising it on the website, which led to a lot of people to think actually that was all just a bit of marketing to get some sales in and they're going to keep the brand. They're not. It is definitely going. But I have heard rumours, and they are just rumours at this stage, but I have heard rumours that 3 of the Hylamide products are going to be integrated into one of their existing brands like Neod or The Ordinary. So that's quite exciting. I'm just hoping one of them's a sub-Q. Kind of watch this space. Oh, and yes, I did receive a package from Decium. This is quite exciting. I received a package from Decium for their new product launch, which is happening in June, the start of June. I'm saying, can you just try it out and let us know what you think before the launch? So I'm doing that now. I've been sworn to secrecy, but I might have it. Does anyone know? Has it been leaked already? Does anyone know? Want to have a guess? You can have a guess, and I'll let you know. If you're right, I'll let you know, obviously. And I'll let you, yeah, obviously I'll do a video and let everyone know what I think of it. So far, so good. 2 days in. Good. I think it's going to be one of their hit products launches rather than one of their misses, because they've had a lot of misses recently. They've also had a couple of hits. Their salicylic acid's amazing, but yes, I think it's going to be a hit rather than miss. That's the news. Let's see. The Noodle says, can Tom wear a pirate patch with his sheriff hat just because? I think he should. I definitely think he should. Sheriff Tom should definitely have a pirate patch. Evie says, hi all from Nebraska, sending you lots and lots of love. Evie, hope everyone is doing well. Love spending Saturdays with everyone. Rob, hope you're doing well and making amazing videos. Love the vitamin C video. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a really weird, just as a bit of channel news, it's been a really weird like week in terms of stuff. Like, I did a video on like mistakes people make with vitamin C, and YouTube decided that was going to be a video. It was a fine video, like it was a good video. I enjoyed filming it, but you know, when you like, what I find frustrating is some videos I like pour heart and soul into and they don't really do that well. There's some videos I think, oh, that'll be a fun idea, I'll film that, and it just takes very little time to film and it's really good, and they always seem to do a lot better. There's probably something in that. But yeah, YouTube decided that the vitamin C mistakes video was the one that they were going to push out, and so far in the first 2 weeks it's been the fastest growing video that I've ever created, so that's quite exciting. It's up to 2 weeks, it's up to like 50,000 views and like 700,000 impressions, which is what they show to people. So that's doing really, really, really well, which is absolutely amazing. So if you haven't checked that out, if you go over, check it out, do a guy a favor, because it'll all help with the algorithm. If you haven't left a like or a comment on that video, if you could do that, it'll keep it like pushing, because I'd love to have like the first like truly viral video, which I think Viral is defined as 100,000 views in the first month. It's classed as viral. I mean, we're at 50,000 in 2 weeks. So I think it's doable, which would be like, that makes me, it's another thing that put a big smile on my face. So if you haven't already, check that video out, and I'm sure Tom will be able to hunt it down and leave a link to it in the comments or something. Check it out and leave a like, leave a comment, because that all drives the algorithm. Watch the first 30 seconds of it, which is all that counts. For YouTube anyway. Obviously you want to watch the whole thing. Yeah, and that was quite exciting. And then I did another video, vitamin C video about derivatives, which is my favourite form of vitamin C, and that's also taken off and is doing really well over the past like 2 days. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very grateful for YouTube for pushing out and recognising the content and sharing it with as many people as possible. That's, you know, never a bad thing. So I do really appreciate that. But it kind of feels like a bit of a like coming out of age, kind of like all the stuff you work towards kind of delivered. So that made me very, very happy. Gina, welcome, my love. Sending you lots and lots of love. Suzanne says, I hope everyone had a lovely week. Are you all enjoying the sunshine? We are. I'm loving this sunshine. I have been using today's sunscreen, the sunscreen du jour for the French out there. Sunscreen of the day is, I'm using the Acnicide acne sunscreen, which, by the way, worst name in the entire history of skincare, Acnicide. Like, it sounds like the sort of thing you treat like a fungal infection with or something, doesn't it? Terrible, literally terrible. Awful name, fantastic sunscreen. I've been loving that. It leaves me like, it's hydrating. I like the Biore watery essence, but I find that because it's got a lot of drying alcohol, it works beautifully for 3 days. Then I notice my skin's really dry, so I mix it up. So I do like 3 days on, 3 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, and I use the Acnicide one. They do need to change that name though. So let's see, we've got Gina says, hi Rob, I love your channel. Thank you. Can I use marine hyaluronics to buffer in between timeless vitamin C and peptides? Yes, that would be my preferred. Like, my two buffering serums of choice are the Stressless by Geek and Gorgeous, which is perfection, and the marine hyaluronics by The Ordinary, which is way better than that actual hyaluronic acid serum. So yes, that would be a wonderful, wonderful buffer. I totally would recommend that. Danny DM13 sending you lots and lots of that, and on time. Danny, gold star for timeliness. We love that. Paula, great to see you, my love. Paula says, hello everyone. I'm just popping in to say hello. I'll be watching with the replay squad later this afternoon. Well, Paula, when you do get to this section on replay, that kiss is especially for you, and I'm sending you lots and lots of love. And Needle says, does anyone else use the last parts of their serum or face cream on their hands? Ah, yes, this is a really good hack. I love this. Definitely would always recommend. Don't waste any skincare. If you've got a little extra product, put it on the hands. And today's video, which is straight after this live stream, we always do the live stream, then we have like a live premiere where we chat as we go along. It's been a while since we've done one, so hopefully you guys will stick around for that. Today's video is actually on hand creams. And I know there's a lot of content creators out there that say, if you're using a hand cream, you're wasting your money. Doesn't work, all this. I get all that. You can just use a normal moisturizer. But I do like a hand cream. I'm one of these weirdos that likes a hand cream. I think it feels good. I like the consistency of them. I like how they pair with... I think there is a space for hand creams in a skincare routine. And I'm going to share with you some of my favourites. My absolute favourite was the Chemistry brand one, which is now discontinued. So I kind of scoured the market to try some of them. I bought the 3 best-selling ones, the Aveeno one, the Nivea one, and the one by... what was the other brand called? It was the CVS own brand one. Yeah, like the best selling by volume. Tried those and also threw in some of my other favourites. So there's a lot to view in that video, which hopefully you guys will love. So that's coming straight after this live stream. Loris, wait, there we've got, Suzanne says, Danny, I'm over the moon to have you here. We all love a little Danny, DM13 action. Thank you for joining, Danny. Danny says, I went to the Tulip Fields Road. I'll send you pictures. Yes, Danny, I want pictures. Pictures, please. Pictures, please. Make sure you put it on the Facebook group. I definitely want to see pictures of that. Let's see. Teresa says, hello Rob and Mad About Skin family from Memphis, Tennessee. Back to work, so I can't watch, but I'm going to listen with an earbud. Shh, don't tell. Teresa, I'm keeping it very quiet for you. Oh, that's almost like that ASMR. I don't get that, like whispering into microphones. I don't get that. But Teresa, just for you. Love you. And sending you lots and lots of love to Memphis, Tennessee. Liz, great to see you. Liz says, hello from Minnesota. I don't normally... It's quite cold in Minnesota at the moment, I think. So I'm sending lots of warming vibes from here in the UK. I don't normally get to the live stream, but I'm very curious. Will you talk about why you pulled the Dr. Barbara Stern video? Oh, we want a little tea, a little drama. Okay. Right. We can get into that if you want to know that. I didn't know that anybody, like, that wasn't even... There's a lot to go in behind that. So if you would like to know more about that, let me know and I can talk about it in this live stream. No problem at all. Let's see. So Laura says, "Hi Rob, you mentioned in one of your earlier videos that you're not fan of sunscreen with antioxidants. So would really like your opinion on this one. I'm curious as why." So, okay, you mentioned in your earlier video that you're not a fan of sunscreens with antioxidants. Okay, I've changed my mind a bit on this. I'm not a huge fan of sunscreens that just stick antioxidant on the bottle and hope that you're going to buy it to make a little extra coin, because a lot of brands do that. I like a sunscreen that's properly formulated with beneficial antioxidants in a meaningful concentration. I'm a little bit picky. So I think a lot of brands will just say antioxidant rich because it sells better, and I'm not all about that. But some sunscreens, such as the Ultra Risk Face Fluid, genuinely have 2 or 3 very good antioxidants in that I think work really well alongside your sunscreen. I personally like to use multiple antioxidants, so I'll use like one in my skincare routine, one in my sunscreen, you know, so I'm not a big fan of sunscreens that shout about antioxidants, pollution shields, antioxidants, because most of it is just marketing rubbish. But I do think antioxidants and sunscreens pair really well together. So if you can find one that has both and in a meaningful way, definitely on board with that. Definitely on board with it. See, Veronica, great to see you, my love. See Shines, great to have you. Katharina, wonderful to have you here. Christina is here, still in town, might not make it, but I'm sending hugs. Christina, sending you lots and lots of love. Jan, great to have you, my love, sending lots of love to Thailand. Fristenberg, wonderful to have you. Really glad that you could join, my love. Let's see. Janessa says, "Happy Saturday, everyone. Does anyone really want to see the bird that nested out the window?" I promise the bird will make a cameo. I'll put a picture. I'll take a discreet picture and put it on the Facebook group, of course. Laura says, "Rob, last week you mentioned the Isle of Paradise tanning drops. Your tan was so natural and beautiful. Which do you use?" Well, thank you. I have been using a little cheat. They have 4 different types. I use the one in the dropper. I use the one, I don't know what it's called, the one in the drop, and there are 3 different shades. I use medium. I personally would probably, if you're my skin tone naturally, I would probably go for the light and build up. I think the medium is still a tad on the dark side for me. If you've got a deeper, darker, and richer skin tone, I think the medium and build up will be good. And they do have a dark, which obviously I haven't tried because it's never going to be applicable for me. But again, I've heard good things about. I think Isle of Paradise are amazing, and the serum dropper one is the one that I use literally like every other day. Just put a little on, super natural, and it's got some actually beneficial ingredients in there as well, so it's not just full of chemicals or rubbish. There are some beneficial ingredients too. Right, I'm going to take a big sip of my tea before I lose my voice, so if you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, click the like button, then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to wherever you were. I am not one of these people that measures my life and success based on the number of likes I get, because that is never healthy, but YouTube does. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube publishes it. And we were talking about that viral video earlier on vitamin C. Well, actually, that had 2,000 likes, and it's got insane in terms of the promotion that YouTube are doing on it. So clearly this theory does work. So if you want to give a guy a hand and click that like button, honestly, I'd love you all so much. I'm going to take a big sip of this tea. I know I say it every week, but so good. Arsenal, great to see you, my love. Steve back, great to have you. We have missed you, my love. How's life in the pizza world? We love you. Elizabeth, 3 a.m. Aussie time. Elizabeth, you are a committed Mad About Skin family member, like a core member for that. Love you. Jim says, "Can you layer peptides on top of salicylic acid exfoliate?" You can. I just let the salicylic acid sink in a little bit, then you can lay your peptides over it. If you ever in doubt, or you're worried, or got any concerns, just put a buffering hyaluronic acid serum on top between them. Zdenka says, "Happy Saturday, my love." He says, "Haha, Rob assumes I'm civilized." Well, the civilized amongst us gently caress the like button, but we welcome uncivilized people as well. See me after a few gins, very uncivilized. Sophie, great to have you, my love. Says, "Happy Eid to everyone who's celebrating." Yes, that's a good point. Happy, I don't know the exact date to Ramadan and all that, but I'm sending lots of love to anyone that's celebrating. Let me know the dates so that I can celebrate with you guys, or at least think of you and everyone that is celebrating. So yeah, happy Eid to anybody that's celebrating Sunday or Monday. Suzanne says, "Jan says hi to everyone. He has to run to the shop for the most important item, toilet paper." Yes, Suzanne, get your man out that door, because nobody wants to run out of that. Danny says, "Are we, Rob? Are we civilized?" Danny, open to. I think you're only as civilized as the person that you sat next to, and I don't have anything to compare to, so I'm good. ADY, great to see you, says, I am a big fan. Thank you so much. I'm sending you lots of love. Love Miss Betty Page, great to have you, my love. BB Sale, great to have you here. To see, Marley says, hi, so happy I could join this week. I'm happy you could too, my love. Thank you for joining. Melenthea says, Beauty Pie Skincare, yay or nay? Yes to the formulations, no to the way that they're structured. I'm not a huge fan of this. Like, you have to subscribe and you get it cheaper if you pay a weekly subscription or monthly subscription or something. It's just a bit confusing. I'm the sort of person that just likes to go in, buy the product I want to buy, and use it. I don't want to subscribe to save 20%, and I know you don't have to subscribe, but I'm like, well, why are you charging me more? That doesn't sit well with me. I just like to buy what I want to buy, use what I want to use, and kind of that's it. So I find it all a little bit confusing. It's just not what I would personally go for, which is why I don't use a lot of Beauty Pie, but the formulations are great. Like, honestly, they've nailed it with the formulations. I just wish you could just click on there and buy it all at one price, if that makes sense. Tasha says, what products do you use for super dry, targeting, anti-aging, and smooth texture? Urea, all the way. It's a skin softener. It'll remove some of the keratin plugs that can give uneven texture to the skin, mildly exfoliates, and it's a humectant, so it retains moisture in itself. Urea all the way. And I'm not just saying that because the Mad About Skin Moisturizer contains urea. There are lots of other ones out there as well. But the reason I included it in the Mad About Skin Moisturizer is because I think, hands down, the best ingredient that you can use in skincare. My favourite at the moment. Jan says, hi Rob, where in your routine do you add your resveratrol? Oh, good comment, Anne. Jan, I use it at the end because the resveratrol I use is the Resvera F, which is in an oil formulation. So I use it basically just before my sunscreen. I put it in, wait for it to sink in, then put the sunscreen on top. It kind of depends what type of resveratrol you're using. If it's water-based, use it early in your routine. If it's oil-based, use it at the end. But great question. SJK said, order the tea from Betty's, expect it in about a week in NYC. Oh, I didn't know you could get. Oh, it's got international. Do you know what? I've been banging on about how amazing this tea is for the longest possible time. So much so that at Christmas, Betty's actually reached out to me and said, thank you so much for supporting our brand this year. We want to send you a hamper. And they sent me this gorgeous hamper, which was so nice. I have never taken a penny in sponsorship from them. I didn't even know they were aware that I loved their stuff. So clearly someone said I ordered this because of it, which is so nice of you guys. And yeah, they sent me the most gorgeous hamper, and yeah, they're such a lovely brand. They are such a lovely brand, and like I say, totally unsponsored, but the Betty's biscuit tea, literally game-changingly good. So yeah, definitely worth trying. And if you can get it in New York, it's gone international, it's definitely worthy of it. And on that note, I am going to take a sip of it. Yes. Teresa says, can't wait till my order ships with the exfoliating gel. Can it be used on the same routine as Tret or copper amino isolate serum? So it can with the copper amino isolate serum and any peptides because it's self-neutralizing. If you have very resilient skin, you technically can use it alongside Tret. I personally wouldn't. I think you might just risk triggering some sensitivity. I would use it in your morning routine and your Tret in your evening routine. I do sometimes break the rule. I use it as a spot corrector some days a week, and then I'll use it as an all-over treatment others. So when I'm using it as like a spot corrector on my areas of hyperpigmentation, I do use it in the same routine as my Tret, but that's, my skin isn't prone to sensitivity. But just be mindful of that. I personally would say separate it, just save yourself the bother, but you can use it with peptides because it self-neutralizes. Scott said, good morning from Long Beach, sending good vibes. I love Long Beach. Oh, I love the idea of being on Long Beach, just amazing. Says, any thoughts on Dr. Barbara Sturm's V-Drops line? Yes, utter rubbish. Utter rubbish. I'm not a big fan of serum style sunscreens, and I'm not a fan of sunscreens that you drop into an existing product, because the way that sun protection is worked out, when you send your product to a lab and they will determine what level of SPF in independent testing and all of that. They don't do testing when it's combined with another product, because that's just not how do they know what you're going to combine it with? I could combine it with a moisturizer, you could combine it with an exfoliator, who knows? So they don't do that. They test it the product. So it is utter rot for a brand to say, this is an SPF 50 or 30 or whatever they want to claim it to be. Drop it in your moisturizer and you're good to go. You're really not, because that's not going to equate to SPF 50. And I don't like messing with sunscreens. I just think it's something that's just non-negotiable. You shouldn't be messing with it. I know you can use these direct on the skin and then put moisturizer on top. It's just too thin. There's no way it's delivering. There's no way it's delivering a good level of coverage. And for the price that they want to charge, you would literally go through a bottle of that a week if you applied enough to actually get meaningful coverage. And who's going to be paying like £70 a week on sunscreen? Nobody. No, like everything Dr. Barbara Sturm, overpriced tut. Wouldn't recommend it. It's also a really gross brand. Like, just such a gross brand. I'll talk more later in this video. Such a tacky brand. I have strong feelings. Can you tell? But Scott, great question. I would say definitely, if you want something that actually gives meaningful coverage and is similar like to that, but a lower price point, then you could definitely try like the Supergoop one, which is half the price and actually has a very similar texture. And great to see you, says, happy Saturday, Rob and Mad About Skin family. How are you and your pets and family doing? I'm having breakout issues on my upper neck and jaw area due to the part and hair growth. Would you recommend urea and BHA? I would. I think, first of all, pets and family are doing amazing. The dog, puppet is finally fully house trained. We haven't had an accident in weeks, which is tip top. We have a new bird to add to the collection. Not technically a pet, just a resident outside the window, so that's very exciting. And yes, in terms of like issues on the upper neck and jaw area, a lot of people do get breakouts there. I would definitely recommend urea and salicylic acid for that. I think that could work really well. And don't forget the azelaic acid, that pairs beautifully with those two as well. But yes, I think that'd be a beautiful combination. Elizabeth said, I just found your channel as I just started my skincare journey. I adore you. Thank you. That's very kind, Elizabeth, and welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We're here to answer any questions that you have. And I would say we all started our skincare journey at some point. So totally just be braced for many mistakes, many questions. I'm here to say, when you're starting out in skincare, none of your questions are stupid. Like, a lot of people like get judged. I see people judging others online, particularly Reddit, which seems to be very toxic at the moment. Like calling people out for asking like repetitive questions or silly questions. No question is silly when you're starting out in skincare. It's all about being informed, and we're here for you. So yeah, if you want to ask anything at all, join our Facebook group. Ask any questions that you want. We'd be quite happy to help, my love. And welcome. Suzanne says, finally got a family of pigeons that moved in. We love that, Suzanne. A little pigeon action. We love that. Irregloba says, where can we buy it in the EU? I went to the shop Rob mentioned, but they don't ship to the EU. Which shop? Do we mean, which products do we mean? Which products do we mean? I can't remember. Irregloba, let me know what product you mean and I'll let you know. Jan says, I've got a pigeon that's made a nest on my bedroom balcony. Can't believe my dogs have not spotted it yet. That's true. The cats have not spotted this bird, and I'm keeping that little bit of the bedroom cornered off from them because I don't want them to scare them. Harper says, have you heard of Olaplex and hair loss? I'm freaking out this morning. I have heard stuff. I don't personally use hair. Olaplex, so I haven't actually used it, but I think Abby Young, who is my like go-to for any hair care content, she did a whole video on it explaining it and what her views are, so definitely check that out. TNH, great to see you. Better late than never. Yeah, well, I'm always late, my love. Don't worry. You'll probably, even if you're late, you'll probably arrive to the live streams before me. Laura said, I enjoy the birds chirping. It's the first time of spring. I agree. Sumia says, hi, I face cystic acne and jawline only. I check my hormone levels. All's perfect. Can't be messaging with can it be massaging with a jade roller as a only roll on the jawline? It could be. I mean, I would try without and see if that helps. I think a lot of these things are like elimination, trial and error, work out what works for you. It could be the massaging. It could also just be, some people just are more prone to breakouts. Azelaic acid will definitely help though. It's helped with mine. The Narcotic Monkey, welcome, I love. Danny says the H5 of Geek and Gorgeous is gorgeous. I love that serum, although I haven't repurchased since the Mad About Skin launch. I know Mad About Skin has no hyaluronic acid, so don't ask me why. Danny, I don't need to ask you why. I just love you anyway. You are you, and I love you for it. I do like the Geek. Of all the hyaluronic acids in the world, the one that I would use if I had to choose one is Geek and Gorgeous. It's just Geek and Gorgeous. Abel, great to see you, my love. Sandra says, hi Rob, have you tried red light therapy or is it just hype? I have tried red light therapy. I have an LED mask that has red light options on it. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's overpriced because you have to buy the device and then do you use it often enough? I think it's a little bit overhyped, but it definitely does work. And there's also studies to say that red light therapy is really good for collagen production and suppressing acne breakouts. So yes, I have used it. I'm a big fan of it. Do I think it's worth like £300 to buy the device? Maybe not. But if you want to treat yourself, you definitely will get results. Irregloba says, I use the Vichy one and doesn't have any problem with it. My skin loves hyaluronic acid. Some people just drink up hyaluronic acid. My skin like freaks out. But I know a lot of people love that Vichy one. Tara says, hi there, how do you feel about the L'Oreal Midnight Serum? Never tried it. Not the biggest fan of L'Oreal. Like, I don't have anything against their products. I just think the brand doesn't really appeal to me. They're not like my favorite brand in the world, so I haven't tried that. But does anyone else? Has anyone used them? What are their thoughts and feelings? Let's see what it says. Elizabeth said, I started my skincare journey. I've never had anything wrong with my skin. I just wash and moisturize. Now I'm starting to see white comedones around my face. What do I do? Well, it could be a number of things. It's difficult to say, Elizabeth, if I don't know what products you're using. So let me know, like, is your skincare routine just washing and moisturizing? That's absolutely fine. I mean, that is actually a really great place to start with the skincare routine. So there's no judgment. Is that it, or do you use some other things? If you let me know what you're using, I can kind of help with what might be triggering that out. Jane, great to see you. Says, happy Saturday. I've got some Good Molecules peptide serum. Love that. Micellar water, Madavax Skin Serum, Stratia Gold Moisturizer, and then the Cleanse Retinoid in Stratia and Moisturizer in the evening. Where do I fit the Good Molecules peptide? Oh, good question. I would use it in the morning routine. You could use it in the evening as well, but I think, just start out gentle with it. Start in the morning routine, and I would use it after the Mad About Skin serum, before the Mad About Skin serum, and then follow with the serum afterwards, yes. Because it'll help the Mad About Skin serum sink in even better as well, and they pair really well together. Mojana says, hi Rob, it's been a while since you mentioned the Nux lip balm. Has your opinion changed on it? How does it compare to your lip conditioner? So, I love it. Just gonna put it out there. Nux Nui, however you pronounce it, love it. Such a good lip balm. I actually modelled the Mad About Skin lip conditioner on that product. I loved it that much. The reason I wanted to is it's the best lip balm I've ever tried, but it's like £15 here in the UK. Ridiculously overpriced. And so I wanted to create like a dupe for it that delivers all those benefits plus a few extra, because I've added some antioxidants into mine, which I think will add some anti-aging benefit at a fraction of the cost. So it's less than half the price. And it's a very similar ingredient profile with a few added extras too. So yeah, I love the Nux lip balm. I think it's fantastic. I just don't want to pay £15 for a lip balm. And you don't have to now, hopefully. I don't know if everyone's taken advantage of the Mad About Skin lip balm. If you have, fantastic. They're going to be shipping this week, so let me know what you think about them. And I just can't wait for you guys to... I just wanted to prove that you can genuinely do a high quality and affordable lip balm without charging bougie and ridiculous prices. And hopefully I think I've achieved that. Well, I'm very happy with the outcome, let's put it that way, but the proof of the pudding will what you guys think. Susanna says, it's feeding time for the cats here, 7 p.m, every Mad About Skin stream. I bet they're mentally connected from voice to food. Suzanne, that would be so cool if they did. That would be so cool. Tom has left a link to www.madaboutskincare.com and listed some of the codes as well if you do want to use like any of them. William is in the house. Technical issues are over. William is here. Sending you lots and lots of love, William. So glad you could make it. Let's see. We have Emily says, I just watched that K-Skin video last night. How could any cosmetics formulator think those sunscreens were just fine? I don't know. Sometimes I think, like, I do watch Cassandra Maxon's content because I find it very informative. I think sometimes, like, she loves the drama, loves a dramatic reaction. Don't we all? Like, don't we all? And so sometimes when she's like, oh my god, the worst thing I've ever tried, I'm like, was it really? Was it really? Or was it just not that good? And then she applied this product. I was like, oh wow, no, that genuinely is possibly the worst sunscreen I've ever seen. So I think, like, yeah, I think there could be, like... I think it could be a case of going back to the, like, drawing board, I think, with that one. K-Skincare, don't think it's going to be hitting the mark with that one. And I don't know how, like, multiple people tried that out and said, yeah, stick our name on this. This works. Abel says, I purchased the hyaluronic acid blur hugs from Venezuela. I love that hyaluronic product. Again, I hope it's one of those that they do keep. Sending you lots and lots of love. Scott says, things that made me smile this week. A client I work with celebrated a year sober. That I love. Congratulations. And sending them so much love. You know what? We can always celebrate other people's successes. I think in this world, like, we're always fixating on the negatives and what people haven't done or what people have done wrong. And I actually just love to celebrate the positives. You know, I don't know your client, but that makes me so happy that somebody has achieved a goal that must be really difficult. Like, obviously I haven't personally got any experience with like substance abuse and things like that, but it must be such a big like milestone. So send them lots and lots of love from all of us, because you know what? That sounds like a really good thing to be celebrating. Kirsten, great to see you, my love. Danny says, I'm watching football on the TV, had anime on the tablet and live stream on the phone. I paused the anime. I can't follow and talk to you. That sounds like a nice mashup. A crazy but adorable mashup. We love that, Danny. William says, I love the hyaluronic acid blur, the hyaluronic blur for daytime and the matte 12 for the evening. I never tried the matte. It's probably a bit late now. It's actually like discontinued, but I never tried it, but I do hear some really good things. Tom said, is it that elusive enzyme exfoliator that's been coming for 2 years now from The Ordinary? So the new Ordinary product, Tom, it's not the elusive enzyme exfoliator. I wish it was. They've been talking about this silly enzyme exfoliator. I nearly said a curse word there. I was that annoyed. They've been teasing this ridiculous enzyme exfoliator for like 2 years, never materialized. It is not the enzyme exfoliator, Tom. I wish it was. John says, I loved your product, your video on vintage products. Thank you so much. You know that video, right? I loved filming that video. So much fun. Like, literally loved every second of filming that. But it really didn't do that well, which, like, I don't create content for the views. I don't think I'm only going to create videos that are going to do well. But obviously you create things that people are going to want to watch. That was such a fun video to film, and yet nobody was like it didn't get that many views, and yet so many of you guys have said that's your favorite video that I did. So it's really, really weird, but I'm glad. But then again, it kind of validates that you don't always have to create content that's going to get the views. It's about what your audience, your subscribers, and the Mad About Skin family want. So if you guys have any ideas for videos that you think might be a bit more on the obscure side, or you want me to do like another version of that, like try some other vintage products, I'm quite happy to do that, because actually it was so fun to watch. Suzanne said, the vitamin C video must have given you such a bump in subscribers. I'm so happy. Yeah, we had over 1,000 new members to the Mad About Skin family this week, which is amazing. And so far, yeah, about 1,000 people have discovered us from, no, about 800 people have discovered us from that vitamin C video, and it keeps growing, which is amazing. So if anybody has joined us, I think we'll all say a collective hello and welcome to anyone that's joined the Mad About Skin family for the first time this week. We love you all. Jim says, my skincare consists of salicylic acid cleanser and exfoliant and retinol alternative nights. My face is clear, except I suffer from neck acne. Is that normal? Am I doing something wrong? It's perfectly normal. Do you do any shaving on the neck, which could impact it? That's something that certainly I have. I used to think it was neck acne, but actually it was just shaving bumps and rash, in which case urea really, really helps. That was the thing that really made the biggest difference for me. Irene says, Stratia vitamin C is very expensive. Is it worth it, Rob? It's difficult. So it's difficult. Yes, if you get rid of the price. So forget the price. The product is amazing. It's really good. Definitely worth it. Then you factor in the price point. I think it depends on your individual price point. If it means that you have to scrimp and save to buy that product, that's never worth it. There are other options out there. If you could afford the product, yes, it's worth a try. So I think it is expensive. I think the formulation's amazing. It has a derivative and a pure form of vitamin C. It's in beautiful packaging. It's got humectants in there to hydrate. It is really, really good. But I wouldn't say like break the bank, cut other things out of your skincare routine to be able to afford it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it all comes out. I always say the best skincare is the one that matches your budget, your skin type, and your individual skin goals. So if it ticks all those boxes, I think it's worth it. But I do get you on the price. I wish it was a little bit cheaper. Abdul says, I really wanted to try the matte 12, but I ended up not purchasing it because I wanted to try the ordinary primers. The ordinary primers are really good. If you can still get the matte 12 from Hylamite, I think they've still got some in stock. Might be worth a go. But it's frustrating because you know it's not going to be there next time you come to repurchase. Laura says, what made me very happy this week? My BFF knows how much I love it, and she's found me some I love lovage, and she found some by the road where she lives. She now planted it in her garden. Yeah, we share a lot of the same. I love lovage. It's so good. I just love borage as well, which is like, you find it in a lot of skincare, but it's got the most beautiful like blue flower, and bees go mad for it. Alison says, your videos are awesome. Thank you so much. We love you. So thank you so much. We see Bailey says, I'm about to start Tret. I'm scared and excited. Yes. I think everybody has that experience. Like, I've tried various different retinoid products, and you always approach with trepidation. All I'll say, Bailey, is we've all been there. Just expect the first 8 weeks to not be your best skin weeks, and then afterwards you'll be glowing to the gods. You kind of got to work through the rubbish, which I think is a bit of a shame. But you know what? It's worth it. I think we can all, let's give Bailey a little bit of encouragement. Who is glad that they worked through the retinoid uglies to get to the good skin on the other side? Let's show a little love and encouragement. John says, Rob, have you ever tried the sunscreen from the Korean brand Scinic? S-C-I-N-I-C? No. Pronounced Scinic. I love it how you put the pronunciation. I didn't even bother to read that. Thank you for that. That is actually really helpful. I haven't. I've never even heard of the brand, but what I do is I always watch these live streams back after I've done them and make a list of everything that I promised you guys so that I can actually do it. And I will definitely pop one on order and try it. TNH says, can you use copper peptides and vitamin C in the same routine? Yes, with buffering. Done. Yes, it's as easy as that. Valencia says, where did you decide to get it from, Bailey? Oh, yeah. What retinoid do you try, Bailey? What strength and all that good stuff? We're just nosy. We'd love to know. So Christine says, the CN SOS hand cream from Lidl is so good. You might be seeing it make a little cheeky appearance in today's video, Christina. You read my mind. We're on the same page. Irregloba says, dog parents, have you any experiences with dogs who has allergies? Oh, yes. So one of my dogs, previous dogs, had allergies. And actually, I gave a quarter of a Piriton tablet once a day and it cured them. Literally like that. However, I would say go ask the vet, because I think different dogs have different dosages and always check with the vet. But yeah, actually, for me, that's what worked really well for my old greyhound that had really allergic and it flared up their skin. That worked really well. It was either a quarter or a half of Piriton once a day. And luckily, my doggy just held it out in the palm of the hand and they ate it like a treat. So easy. Tom says, what's it with the idiot spamming the live stream today? We always, do you know what? I've actually turned on, you have to have been subscribed to the channel for 5 minutes before you can leave a comment. And that's to reduce idiots and spamming. So I just find it quite tragic. If we think this through, how tragic is it that you have so little in your life that you would hop onto a live stream to leave a bit of hate, a little bit of, just nastiness, find out that you have to wait 5 minutes, so click and subscribe, wait 5 minutes, then leave your hate comment. Why would you bother? Why would you bother? I actually feel sorry. When people troll and leave, people say, oh, how does it impact you if you get a hate comment? You always get it. You put yourself online, you always get it. You shouldn't, but you always do. I actually feel sorry for the person. I have way too much in my life. I have very little in my life, but I've got way too much for that. As to actually spend 5 minutes waiting, thinking, soon I'll be able to leave that hate comment. Why? And people all I'll say is, to anybody out there that wants to leave a hate comment or something nasty, first of all, if you're doing it on my channel, you're wasting your time. I actually genuinely don't care. I'm these people I have a great friendship network. I have all you guys that are amazing. I have fabulous family, friends, and I feel amazingly confident in myself. And it's taken years to work on that, but I feel amazingly confident. And no hate comment can take that away. So if you're actually thinking of doing that, you're wasting your time. Save it. Move on. But I will say, if you're leaving a hate comment on someone else's channel, you don't actually know what that person's going through, how that's going to impact them. And that might be the comment that tips that person over the edge. And you might think it's funny in the moment, but you know what? It's really not, and it might impact someone negatively. And I just say, in life, we pay it forward. So you invest now, and what you put into the world now, you'll reap the benefits of later in life. So if you're putting a load of hate and anger and nastiness into the world now, then you're probably just going to get that back at a later time. And do you really want that? Probably not. And anyway, like I say, I pity anyone that wants to leave a hate comment, especially people that want to wait 5 minutes to leave their hate comment. That is tragic. So yes, we have had a few spammers and bots, but it's fine. I just would say I feel it's a bit of it's a wasted opportunity, because you've actually just given me a view, which helps the channel, so it's a bit counter, and you have to subscribe to leave that hate comment. Seems a bit odd. Just saying. And just don't do it, because you don't know what the other person, it could be somebody else that actually might be going through something, and do you really want to be that person? I just say probably not. Did they ever tell you the troll? Oh, this was a great one. So basically, somebody left a comment that was something I can't remember. It was 2 months ago. Left a comment I hate you. You don't know anything about skincare. You even have nice skin. Why would I listen to you? And I was normally that sort of comment, I'm oh, just leave it. And I thought, no, do you know what? That person might actually be I checked their YouTube and they actually had an active account, so it wasn't just a bot. So I just messaged back saying, hi, hope you're having an amazing day. I'm guessing from your anger that you're probably not, so I'm not going to rise to it. I just want to send you a really big hug, and I hope that whatever's going on in your life works itself out so you can throw out that positivity again. Love, Rob. And then they messaged back with oh my god, I didn't know you actually read these comments. I was just trolling you. Yeah, have a great day too. So I messaged back with well, top tip, don't troll people, because that's not really a nice thing to do, and you don't know how you're going to impact someone when you do that. But, thanks anyway for responding, and hope you have a great day too. She messaged back with that, or she or he, I have no idea who it was, messaged back saying, top tip, don't feed the trolls. Oh, please. I was wow. It feels like I've entered another dimension when the troll is telling me how to... other level. But I kind of thought that was quite eye-opening, that these people clearly just don't think about the next stage. Anyway. Let's see. So Laura says, I guess the CM one and the Aldi one will be mentioned today. Laura, you'll have to watch to find out. You might be right. You definitely might be right, to be fair. Let's see, says, TNH says, I don't think Rob gets the concept of bots. I don't get a lot of internet concepts. I just live in this little bubble, to be fair. And it's nice. I don't get the whole, like, but I don't know what a bot is. And then people say a lot of words. Like, maybe I'm just really old. I know that the skincare community in particular is like ridiculously young compared to me, and like I'm classed as like the old timer. I'm 35, certainly not old, but like compared to everyone else. And then people say things like bots and this. I only learned what a hashtag, how that actually works, like the other week, which is mine, like blowingly bad, I know. And then you hear like words, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means. I don't care to know what that means. Charlotte says, the haters can you know what. We love you no matter what. Thank you, Charlotte. I just say, you know what? The haters, they're always going to hate. And I would rather, in this world, someone throw, if the people are going to put hate out there, I'd rather they throw it at me, who genuinely doesn't care, than they throw it at someone else that's actually going through something and it might impact them in a negative way. So they can throw what they want at me. If it gets it off their chest, then fine. I just don't think it's a way to achieve happiness for them in the long term. But who am I? Let's see. Suzanne says, just ignore the haters. Everyone can be better than that. You're your best self. You are. I always think, my gran always said, you never empower yourself by tearing someone else down. And I kind of stick by that. You never make yourself feel better by trolling somebody else. This is, Kirsten says, if they're a troll, at least they're thinking of you and watching. I think this is important. I think this is really, really important, Kirsten, because to be honest, like, the worst thing in the world is being ignored, surely. Like, I'd hate that. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Where am I? Oh, I've lost where I was in the chat. Oh, I've totally lost where I'm in the chat. Wait, I'm finding it again. This is a sort of professionalism. People come to expect. Where, oh god, I'm so far behind with these comments. Talk amongst yourselves while I find where we are in the how can I be this far behind? Literally, how can I be this far behind? Oh, I'm gonna have to speed it up. Let's see. Right, here we are. We're back to where I was. I am gonna have to speed this up though. TNH says, oh, Barbara Sturm gossip. Don't worry, I will cover it at the end of the video. I promise you all. Too many concerns to spill the tea on Barbara. I will do, promise. Blair says, hi Rob, love your videos a lot. Thank you. Can I just use lactic acid 10% serum before the Got You Covered super serum in my morning routine? You absolutely can. I actually think it pairs beautifully well with lactic acid. So yes, go ahead, be my guest. I think that would be fabulous. Kirsten said, I'm running out of my sunscreen. Since it's getting nice outdoors, I'm wondering, is there a nice tinted glowing sunscreen that's around £10-ish? Drop that comment, Kirsten, in the comment section, and I will have a look and find out. There are some, but I don't know about the prices and mineral chemical composition. So drop it in the comment section. I will get back to you. Now, I'm going to take a really big sip of my tea. If you haven't already, if you could give this video a big thumbs up and like. If you minimize the chat, hop over. You can maximize the you can click the like button, and then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you were. That tea, though, is so, so good. Also says, hi, Rob, what's your body skincare regime? And do you use the chemistry brand Retinol? I do, but I'm going to have to find a dupe because it's been discontinued. My body care routine is, if I shower in the morning, I use the Aesop Rose by Any Other Name body wash. Yes, it's bougie. It makes me feel good. Not going to apologise for that, but it's stupidly priced. Use that, and then I just use the Me Plus, which is the Superdrug brand of salicylic acid body gel. So good. If I shower in the evening, I use the same cleanser, and then I put the Retinol by the chemistry brand on. I don't know why I do it that way, because I don't know. But anyway, that's what I do, and that's it, really. And I find it works really, really well. Let's see. Teresa says, thanks for the ASMR, Rob, but people are asking what I was smiling about. I shrugged and said, life. Teresa, love you. Christina says, finally home, such a rainy day, can't wait to have a cider. Oh, Christina. Oh, and make the pizza. Yes, get your partner onto that pizza. You deserve a break, my love. Sit back with that cider and enjoy us. Elizabeth said, I wish I could love all your videos. Thank you, Elizabeth. We love you. Danny says, oh my god, Rob, that sip of your tea, it looked so good. Now I want one. It was really good. Blair says, can I use the Extra Glow and the Lumen Azalea together for a night routine? Yes, actually, I recommend using azelaic acid and tranexamic hyaluronic acid together. It like delivers the best results. So those two would be like my go-to. Yes, absolutely, definitely would recommend that. I think they're like a beautiful, beautiful pairing. So Bailey says, how long to wait before reintroducing actives when starting prep? I would introduce them, wait like 2-3 weeks, then introduce one, wait another week, then introduce one. Like, do it like that. You don't have to like wait, you don't have to wait so long, but you can definitely like, I'd wait 3 weeks and then introduce one, see how your skin reacts. It depends on your individual skin type, the level of sensitivity, all of that, but just kind of listen to what your skin's saying. When your initial sensitivity from the retinol dies down, then you can add it in. Yeah. Let's see. TNH says, I think Eid is Monday or Tuesday this year. I would love to know. I'd love to know what do people eat. I know it's a big family celebration. What do people eat? What do people celebrate? And all that good stuff. So Bailey says, that's why I've never been interested in Beauty Pie. Yeah, it's the subscription model that puts me off because their formulations are great. Team Maker says, hi Rob, I need some help. I use hyaluronic acid serum on damp skin first, then apply my essence on top, or essence first and the serum. Hyaluronic acid, always apply to damp skin. Essence first, hyaluronic acid after. It's though it can actually have some moisture to latch onto. Let me better patience, although bourbon is my go-to. I love that. Like Tom says, Rob, are you able to further restrict who can leave comments here? The trolls are out today and keeping the sheriff busy. Tom, I wish I could. I can at the start. I can put it to like you have to have been subscribed for an hour, but I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure how easy it is. I'm not sure how easy it is to do. I can have a. I think you have to set it beforehand. I might be wrong, but let's see if I can do it. Wait there, I'm on it. I think I'm on it now. I think I just did it. So now you have to, before you want to leave a hate comment, you have to actually wait 20 minutes. That's a long time to wait to leave your hate comment, to be fair. So Tom, hopefully that makes your life easier. And for all those bots and haters out there, stop ruining Tom's enjoyment of the live stream. Like, how dare you? It doesn't impact me, but it's impacting Tom. When it impacts Tom, then it's serious, so stop it. Elizabeth says, thoughts on Naturium products? I'm using their azelaic acid. Okay, Naturium. This is like the brand that shall never be mentioned. I personally think their formulations are great. Do I agree with the launch and how it happened? No. Do I understand why people are angry about that? Absolutely. Do I understand the amount of hate that people get thrown at them just when they say, I like a Naturium product? No. I feel like that was like 2 years ago, and if you don't want to buy Naturium because of all the stuff that happened at the launch, don't buy it. If people enjoy it, let them enjoy it without calling them out for being like a traitor to the cause and what people call it online. I think, as with all brands, I think Naturium are a bit hit and miss. They have some amazing products. They have some less than amazing products. They've got a new vitamin K serum that is quite interesting and innovative. I think that's worth a look. Their azelaic acid, I think, works really well. It's a derivative, so it's not like a full-strength azelaic acid, but that works well for a lot of people. And I do really, really like their body washes. I think their body washes are actually elevated and way better than some of the other stuff out there. So yes, I would say yes to some of the products, no to others. I appreciate some people don't want to buy from the brand because of the things that went on with the launch. That's up to you. It's fine. I personally don't buy from them because they're quite difficult to get here in the UK. So that kind of answers my question for me, but not bad brand. I would recommend checking them out if you like the brand, the ethos and everything that sits behind it. Let's see, says, sorry, I read one of the comments that Tom hid, and TNH, ooh, many thoughts, lol. Yeah, I'm not going to read that out. This is family channel. I'm not going to read that out. Thanks for hiding that, Tom, but there's a lot of thoughts. I think that's for a different live stream in answer to that question. Bailey says, Elizabeth, I'm using the tranexamic acid and azelaic acid. I think of all the Naturium products, the tranexamic acid is one of my favourites. Danny says, Tom, we hardly noticed you're on fire. I'm glad Tom got to that question quickly, because that was quite something. Quite something. Arsenal says, it's very rare that I'm speechless. It's very rare that something renders me speechless. That did. Arsenal says, what are you still using copper... No, I can't. Okay, that wasn't even a hate comment. That was just trolling. That was quite funny. I mean, to be fair, that was quite funny. And that's the sort of thing that I'm not going to share my thoughts on online. But that did make me that did make me laugh. That did make me laugh. I'm going to take a sip of my tea, which is a great opportunity for you guys to click the like button if you haven't already. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, you have to have subscribed in order to leave a comment. So if you want to subscribe, then that gives you free reign to leave a hate comment later in the video or next week. But you have to be subscribed to do it. Right, compose. Arsenal says, Rob, are you still using copper peptides, and how do you incorporate it with your other peptides in your regime? I do still use copper peptides. I love them. I use them in my morning routine, and then I use a standard peptide in my evening routine, because copper peptides you can use with Tret, but you have to buffer. Just to take the complexity, I use my copper peptides in the morning, my standard peptides in the evening. Christine says, full of trolls today. That one did tickle me. That comment did tickle me. Elizabeth says, I went to my derm, and she said, blanket said, don't use anything with oil and don't exfoliate. Like, you don't know what I had to do for combination sensitive skin. I've never had any skin issues and I'm scared. I do think if you go to a dermatologist, they're always the best people. They've seen you face to face. They should be able to give you good advice. If it's not working or you don't think the advice, feel free to get a second opinion. You know, dermatologists, like everyone, you know, they're not infallible. They can be wrong. I would always say, like, follow the advice of your dermatologist though, because they've seen you face to face. And if you don't see the results, you're not happy with anything, get a second opinion from a dermatologist. But I definitely would say follow their advice and give it a go. In skincare, you usually have to wait 4 weeks to see the benefits as a minimum, because you don't get those overnight results. So patience, and hopefully, Elizabeth, you'll start to see those results. Pinja says, sending all my love for everyone. I miss you right now. In Finland, we have Vapu, and I have an actual party with actual people. Can you remember those? It's almost like holidays, like a dim and distant memory. I hope you have the most wonderful time, Pinja. You have an amazing party. Enjoy all the freedoms and, you know, all the exciting food and drink and everything, and sending you lots and lots of love. Chrissy says, Rob, have you seen the Korean Haskin peptide serum? I tried it yesterday and I love it. 19 peptides, ceramide, squalane. No. Okay, Christina, can you leave me a comment with the name of it underneath this video, because I need to check that out. Literally, as soon as I come off this live stream, I'm going to check that out. So yes, I've never heard of that brand, but 19 peptides plus some ceramides. I mean, that sounds too good to be true. So yeah, Christina, if you could leave me a comment below, like in the comment section, I will literally buy one straight after this, because I think that would work quite well. Yes, that sounds quite exciting. I love it when you find a product like that you're just like, yeah, okay, I think this might be game changing. And I've been really looking for that product, because at the moment I'm trying lots of different things and loving lots of different things, but nothing recently is like wowed me to the point where I'm like, yeah, I need to shout about this. I think everyone could love this. So that could very well be that product. So yeah, thank you, Christina. Leave me a note with it. I would love to check it out. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Melentia says, hi Tom, William can't comment for some reason. Oh, William can't comment for some reason. I think William's having a lot of technical issues. But I think the bots have spammed too much and it's locked William out. I hope you can now, William. But I'll have a look. I don't think there's any, because everyone else is commenting, I don't think it's an issue this end, unless anyone has any advice, because I'm not the best. Oh, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat there. Manal says, can you combine sunscreens, tinted, non-tinted, from the same company? Yes, you absolutely can. You can combine sunscreens. I just would say put one on, then put another over the top, rather than trying to mix them in the palm of your hand, if that makes sense. Steve says, I would recommend Trader Joe's pepperoni. It tastes just like Round Table. Ooh, I love good pizza recommendations. We don't have Trader Joe's here, but I want someone who has a Trader Joe's to try that feedback, because that sounds so good. Pilar says, it's necessary. Isn't it necessary to apply every single product that contains hyaluronic acid on damp skin? Yeah, I probably would. All serums apply better onto damp skin, so that's just a good habit to get into anyway. But yes, I would probably recommend that. Shan says, please share your views on Dermatica. The product contains tretinoin, and I reacted very badly most of the time. They reduced the percentage of prescriptions last few months, adversely. Dermatica, it's fine. I don't do it because I don't like subscription services. I want to buy what I want to buy when I buy it. I don't want to have the same product sent to me every month. But it is a good way here in the UK, particularly, of getting tretinoin without needing a dermatologist prescription. I think it's good, but like everything, you can have a reaction to it. So kind of patch test first and work it out over time. Danny says, why are we not talking about how extra handsome Rob is looking today? Danny, I'm here for the compliments. I'm here for the bots, the hate, and the compliments. Thank you, Danny. That's very kind. I always said that black isn't really my colour. It's never been my colour, but everyone seems to like me. So maybe I'll go through a bit of a goth phase. Who knows? With a little bit of that. But actually, love to anyone that's going through a goth phase, because I realise it's not a phase. It's a lifestyle thing. So no shade. And this is the only black t-shirt. It's actually navy, but it comes across as a little bit more black. So I do need to kind of mix that up and try some new ones. Scott says, love those honest opinions, Rob. Thank you, Scott. I always try not to rant, but sometimes things get me fired up. TNH said, the worst about Dr. Barbara Sturm is that she's not a licensed outside Germany, and she does those vampire facials, aka drawing blood, in the UK, literally, in the US, literally illegal. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things surrounding that I'm not a big fan of. Not great. Shan said, I just discovered you a day and not stopped watching your videos. Thank you so much, and welcome to the channel. We love you. Do you know what? During this live stream, we've had 36 new members of the Mad About Skin family. Half of them bots, but they're still members, so we can say a big welcome to anyone that's joined for the first time today. Suzanne says, Rob, I recently looked at Faded online. It showed that it was over 80 euros in the EU. I nearly cried. I want to try it so badly. The problem, Suzanne, is actually Faded is relatively expensive, but the EU has imposed lots of customs charges and VAT charges on products in the last year. And so a lot of that, like here in the UK, it's like £35. But by the time you've added the 25% VAT rate and you've added the 20% customs charge, which have to be charged up front, that's how you end up with an €80 price tag. Technically not Faded's fault, technically not, but yeah, I agree, it is ridiculous. It was ridiculously priced. Here in the UK, it's like £35, I think, with free shipping, which is so much better. So I guess from a Faded perspective, it's good that we don't have to apply all these EU VAT and customs stuff anymore, because it would be exactly the same price here, which I do love that serum. I don't want to be without it. Let's see. Steve said that's amazing. The dough is the most important part of a pizza. I agree. Oh, and William is back. We have the commenting problem sorted. William, it is good to have you back, my love. Amanda says, I love your content. So happy I finally get to see it live. Sending you lots and lots of love, Amanda. Thanks for joining, my love. Listen with special patience. I'm currently trying to find products without hyaluronic acid. It gives me really painful deep spots. It is so difficult to find products without hyaluronic acid. This is the main reason why I created Mad About Skin without hyaluronic acid, because I was just getting so frustrated trying to find products that didn't contain it. And they all did. Like, literally, they all did. William says, any news on a certain company releasing an alpha lipoic acid? So, yes, still going to happen this year, William, but this isn't the product that The Ordinary are launching in June. Isn't the alpha lipoic acid? That's later on in the year. Pilar says, is it necessary to... no, we've covered that one. Suenta says, so lovely to be your subscriber. Thank you. Said, you deserve millions of us and every possible success. Thank you so much. That's the sort of comment we like. Thank you so much, my love. That means the world to me. As did all you guys, the love and support you guys show me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Elizabeth says, I've started adding products. I always used to use the People cleanser and moisturizer. I started adding timeless vitamin C, ordinary hyaluronic acid, and then copper peptides at night, then Skin Fix moisturizer. Okay, so Elizabeth, if you say you get a few comedomes, like a few little breakouts, I personally would ditch the ordinary hyaluronic acid. I think that does trigger that in some people. So ditch that, try without. That might solve the problem. Everything else should be okay. It might be the case that you are using the Youth of the People moisturizer and another the Skin Fix moisturizer. Maybe just use one rather than both. So pick your favorite and use it morning and night, because that'll again minimize the risk of any of those products doing that. That would be my top tip, but ditch the ordinary hyaluronic acid. Don't need it. One of those moisturizers has hyaluronic acid in anyway, as does the timeless vitamin C, I think. So you don't need it. Precious Gifty said, hi, ever heard of the Dr. V Power Serum? Thoughts? I have heard of the Dr. V skincare line. I think it's supposed to be really well received. Not personally tried anything for it from the line. Doesn't mean it's not good. I just haven't got round to trying anything from it. But I hear that the Unzinkable, I think it's called, sunscreen is supposed to be amazingly good. So that might be worth trying if anyone wants to dip their toe into the Dr. V brand. Tom says, the Mad About Skin lip conditioner is a beautiful product, totally addicted. Tom, I did give Tom a sneak peek of it, so he's tried it, so you're hearing it from Tom's mouth and lips, and it just makes me so happy that you absolutely love it. Like, yes, your guys' feedback means the world to me. Like, I don't care what anyone out there thinks, as long as you guys love the products, that's the main thing. So it makes me very happy. Let's see what it says. Elizabeth says, could someone point me to the Facebook group? I'd love to join. Yeah, Tom's been leaving this. I think he's already covered this, but there's some links, so we'd love to have you as a member. And anyone else that hasn't joined our Mad About Skin Facebook group, definitely worth it. Let's see. We've got. Oh wait. We've got. Tom says. Oh no, William. That's the next comment that's directed. It says, Rob, sorry, should I know this? Is the exfoliating gel a leave on or wash off? Leave on, William. It was designed to be hydrating and leave like a hydrating film on the skin afterwards, so you can use it as a leave on treatment. You can do it as a wash off one. I personally would leave it on because it self neutralizes, so you don't need to wash it off. If you did wash it off, as long as you leave it on 2 minutes, it's fine. But I personally would use it as a leave-on treatment because it self-neutralizes and then leaves behind like a beautiful veil of hydration. So Kirsten said, would I use the Mad About Skin gel instead of lactic acid? Yes. You can use the two together. You like if you want to use the Mad About Skin exfoliator a couple of times a week and lactic acid on some other days, you can use it like you can use it together. It says lots of love from India. Sending you lots and lots of love all the way to India. Jane said, I love the vintage video also. I'm gonna have to do another. I'm gonna have to do another one of those vintage hauls. Definitely think that's something that's gonna be coming. Hell says, I just found an unopened bottle of the ordinary lipoic acid. How should I incorporate it amongst vitamin C, niacinamide, and tretinoin? I would check that it's in date first. And if you wanted to use it on a morning and use it after your vitamin C. They pair before your vitamin C. Sorry, it sets the right pH for your vitamin C. Beautiful combination. Let's see. Christina says, I would also love another vintage skincare video. Okay, so I'm sensing a lot of love, like a lot of love for the vintage skincare. I don't know, is there any other vintage, like, if any other vintage products that you want me to try? Leave me a comment and let me know, because I don't actually know which, like, vintage products are the best, or what, like any that you want me to try or you're intrigued by. I would definitely try it. Tom is the one that needs to do ASMR, to be fair. Tom is definitely the one that needs to do his ASMR, because he has like the most subtle voice in the world, and we love him. Let's see. So Veronica says, Rob, do you think that the IPL can help with KP? I don't know. I haven't got a lot of experience with IPL. Is that like the laser? Like, I think it's the laser therapy. I don't have a lot of experience with it. If you wanted to try something, I think it could. I would probably read some reviews, see all about that. I haven't actually got any experience with IPL, so I don't know. In theory, it should help, like in theory, but I'm not actually sure if that's the case. Suzanne says, the Tret Uglies are totally worth it. I'm off it now, but I can't wait to get back onto it. I hope that for everyone out there that's trying on their Tret journey, that it's smooth sailing. I mean, for me, I wouldn't like, I don't know, I like Tret, but I do always like regret if I stop it and start it again, which is why I'd say if you're on it, keep using it, because it's not really the best thing to stop and start. It gets really confusing, and then you have to go through it all again, which is never great. Let's see. So Charlotte said, I'm really glad I stuck with Tret. I thought the uglies would never pass, but it did, and I wouldn't dream of not using it now. This is oh, and you have the most sensitive skin as well. Charlotte, did you use, what percentage Tret did you use? Elizabeth says, how does one buffer? So yeah, I did have a video on this. I think I did have a video on it. Basically what you need to do is how buffering works is you use it after a low pH ingredient such as vitamin C or product, because then it will return the skin's pH to its natural thing, so it doesn't denature the peptides you put on afterwards. So anything like the marine hyaluronics, anything that's just a neutral pH product, use it after your vitamin C or your exfoliating acid to just return the skin. Irene says, people are so weird, I don't understand. Oh yeah. Charlotte says, the haters can, you know what. Thank you very much. We love you, Charlotte. We love you. Emily says, I apply over a hydrating toner and a couple of serums, and that definitely helps. Absolutely. I think when you're starting Tret, you have to like increase like the amount of hydration in your routine. I would definitely recommend that. Oh, now I've lost where I am in the that's the fourth time today. That I've lost it. Let's see. Oh, I'll go back to that point. We've got 15 minutes left of the chat, so I've got lots of time. I think YouTube has like put me to where I can't like work out where. Very confusing. So all I'll say is, if I've missed your comment, because I'm flying through all of it, just sound off in the comments section below and I will get back to you straight away. Let's see. So Danny said, Panic over, Jan has got the toilet roll. That is all good. Let's see. Jan says, yeah, alcohol without toilet paper doesn't work too well. Now imagine. TNH says, ooh, Naturium is like Dr. Barber's Sturm for me. Red flag. Okay. I know people have strong opinions on it, which is why I say everyone's got entitled to their opinions, and share them. I would encourage everyone to share them. Let's see. Razorwing says, I'm pretty late today. Hope everyone's doing okay. Wait, I'm Razorwing. Great to see you. Jane said, I'm going now. I'll watch the rest on catch up. Have a great weekend. We love you, Jane. Thank you so much. Elizabeth said, I had no idea there was a Naturium launch issue. I feel so silly. Oh, don't feel silly. Like, I'll look at, oh, no. Don't apologize. Don't feel silly. No, absolutely not. Like, it's all about, when it comes to skincare, use what works for you. you and do what meets your own standards and everything like that. Like, honestly, Elizabeth, don't apologize. I know loads of people that love Naturium. Go with it. Just read up, do all the things, and then work out whether it's right for you. Like, there's nothing to apologize for at all. Denise says, I can use the glycolic acid toner from The Ordinary and niacinamide from the Ink List in the same day. You can. You absolutely can. Just be a bit careful. It's quite a high potency glycolic, so just be a little bit careful on it. Valenthia says, we saw that comment that made you smile. Yeah. Let's see. So Bailey says, I'm going to make myself a nice cup of tea now. This is helping me getting through working on Saturday. Oh, I need to have a sip of my tea. If you haven't already, guys, this is your last chance. We've got another 15 minutes. We've got lots of comments to get through, don't worry. If you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, reach over, click the like button, and then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you are. Such a good cup of tea. Honestly, if it could stay warm for longer, that would be great. Catherine says, do you think wearing your super serum in the face theory ferulic acid and galactomyces vitamin C at once in the morning would be too much? No, I actually think they'd work really well. Use the galactomyces first, then the resveratrol, then the Mad About Skin serum. B Sale says, you posted the pic of the peptides bright blue bottle. I love anything that blue color just makes me so happy. It's like the peptides, I just associate it with like the copper amino isolate serum by Neod, and it's just works so well for my skin. I open it, I'm like, yes. Let's see where we are. Oh, I have lost the chat again. Let me find where it is. AAC says, hi, I bought the complete Mad About Skin collection on the 14th of April. I've not got it. How long does it take to arrive? Yeah, so we had some issues in terms of the dispatch. Whole lot of thing to go into, but basically everything will be shipping in the next couple of days, so you get your dispatch notification and you'll be able to see it. So hopefully not long to wait now, and thank you so much for your love and support. It makes me so happy. Life of T says, hi, is the CEO Sunday Riley 15% ascorbic too high? No, I think it could work really well because it is a derivative of it and it's balanced in a really nice formulation. Dinez says, we've covered that. Jan says, I'm so jealous I can't get the biscuit tea. I found a multi-milk which I'm using in my Yorkshire tea, and I imagine it tastes the same. It probably does taste quite similar, Jan, to be honest. I can imagine that probably does taste very similar because I love multi-milk stuff. I definitely think they will taste very similar, and it's a shame you can't get it over there, but hopefully soon you will be able to. Elizabeth says, anything I can't use mandelic or polyhydroxy acids with? It's pretty good. They work really well with most things, just not retinol, I'd say, was the only thing that I wouldn't use it alongside. Yes. TNH said, damn, that Housekeeping ingredient list, literally 8 rows of actives, not even water. I know. Christina, I need the name of that. Leave me the name of that. I'm going to buy it. Jan says, I love the days are getting longer, and I can tell from seeing Rob's stream that his room is getting brighter by the week. Yeah, we don't even need to have a light on these days. It is so good. We love that. Suzanne says, my man, when I met him, didn't even use a face wash, and now a full skincare routine. We love that. I love to hear how people are like converted to like the benefits of skincare, and it just makes them really good. So yeah, it makes me so happy. And I know so many people out there do like try different, it's a bit of trial and error. I do find like it's a bit of trial and error for like how you can get the best out of your skincare routine, and you do have to kind of work out what's the best products for you, if that makes sense. So hopefully like I said, we're on this journey together. So I say to the likes of Elizabeth that I know you start your skincare routine. What I was going to get back to is you can trial and error it, work out what works for you, and then it's all like plain sailing from there. So let's see. Elizabeth says, "Ooh, good buffet serums you could recommend." The two that I always recommend are either the Marine Hyaluronics from The Ordinary. Ooh, 3. Marine Hyaluronics from The Ordinary, Stressless Serum by Geek and Gorgeous, or you could also use the amino acids by The Ordinary. All so good. Let's see. Lynn says, do you know if Clinique changed the formulas for the dramatically different moisturizers? I heard they did. Somebody else raised this. I don't personally use Clinique, so I can't say like for sure, but I heard someone else say that, so possibly I think that is probably the case. Catherine says, I've been loving if anyone else knows, stand up in the comments. Catherine says, I've been loving your videos, ingredient pairings, so helpful. I'd love a video on pairings to avoid. Oh, that's quite a good idea for video. I haven't actually done anything on that recently, so I could do that. I could definitely get into that and do that, so thank you for the video recommendation. Definitely can do that. Teenage says, maybe like vintage, homemade, natural, etc. Okay, I can do any videos like that. Definitely let me know. I'm happy to film them. Let's see, where are we at? It says Irene says, Rob darling, can we use your serum before the retinoids? You can. So there's nothing in the Mad About Skin serum that would conflict too heavily with retinoids. It's a vitamin C derivative, which is super gentle, so that kind of works. I wouldn't worry too much about that. But again, patch test first, because I always think adding anything, even gentle actives alongside your retinoids, can be a little bit problematic. So yeah, just double check with that. But absolutely. Alicia says, hi Rob, happy Saturday. Alicia, we love you. Regardless of the Naturium scandal, is there any of their products that you would recommend? Yeah, totally. I think the azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, vitamin K, and the body washes would be like what I'd call like the best products from them. I would definitely say. Smurf says, I only found you this week and have been watching. Being binge watching. Thank you so much. Can't get my words out. Thank you so much, Smurfy. We love you, and so many people have discovered the channel this week, which makes me so happy. So thank you to each and every one of you. If you're new and this is your first time, I'd love to be able to say hi. So let me know in the comment section if you are new and here for the first time, because we would love to give a big warm Mad About Skin welcome to each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Marley says, does the Mad About Skin lip balm have fragrance? Because it has aroma in the ingredients list. I tried to cut out all fragrance. I had to spot you and order the entire collection. So this is like the thing that I guess brands, it's very difficult to read into an ingredients list, because a lot of the time you just can't tell everything from it. So the aroma is actually what we class as like a sweetener to kind of change the taste of the lip balm rather than the scent of it. So it has zero scent to it whatsoever. And that's there to add a sweetness to it, because obviously with lip balm, using it on the lips, you do end up tasting a little bit of it, and you don't want it to taste like the stuff that's in it. You want it to taste vaguely palatable, which is what that's there for. So full disclosure, I would always be honest with you guys. I think it's always a case of patch testing. I don't think you should, if you're trying to eliminate fragrance, I don't think it would be a deal breaker, but always patch test everything first anyway. But yeah, really good question, and thank you for your love and support. Elizabeth says, I'm starting Retinol for the first time on Monday, trying the Versed Gentle one with Retinol and Bakuchiol. Wish me luck. Good luck, Elizabeth. I think that's a great place to start, to be honest. It's got a good concentration of Retinol and Bakuchiol, which kind of dials up the intensity without dialing up the side effects. I think that could work really well, and would totally recommend it. Let's see. So Alicia says, I was reading the Beauty of Joseon doesn't sell their sunscreen in Korea. Is that true? Oh, I don't know. I've never heard that. It could be true. What you do get a lot of the time is Korean skincare brands, and actually I don't know why I'm doing that, because these brands are genuinely Korean, don't necessarily always sell into Korea because they have very different markets. It's very saturated. It can be difficult to get your brand known, and so they sometimes focus on international markets. That's not a bad thing. I think some people call out Korean brands for not selling more into Korea, but it still doesn't mean they're not a Korean brand. If they're based in Korea and they follow like a Korean skincare ethos, they're absolutely a Korean brand. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but it's my favorite sunscreen, and honestly I wouldn't be without it. So good. Like, would totally recommend it, and it just layers beautifully. It's so lightweight, and Beauty of Joseon as a brand, so now I can actually pronounce the name right. Do you remember when I used to use the total wrong name for it? Really one of my favorite brands. Danny says, Jan, I can't with you. Jan says, my work here is done. I love both of you so much. Elizabeth says, I intend to do a delicious retinol sandwich. This is good. Yeah, anyone that's trying their retinol, I should have said this earlier when we were talking retinol. Anyone that's trying retinol, do the retinol sandwich method, which is where you take a layer of moisturizer, put it on the skin, let it sink in. Then you put your retinol on. Then you follow with a layer of moisturizer on top, and that kind of sandwiches it, prevents irritation and redness, and kind of like, I don't want to say waters down because that has bad connotations, but kind of like minimizes the impact of that retinol, which makes it super easy to do and like eases the way in without too much sensitivity. So yeah, definitely would recommend. Definitely. Alicia, thank you, Rob. I love it too. Currently have 6 coming in. We love that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. We love bulk buying sunscreen is never a bad thing. If you find your holy grail, stick to it, because honestly, they're like gold dust. Beauty of Joseon's one of my favorite. This acne side one that I'm using, I also really love. Just generally, yeah, also so good. So yes, definitely. If you find your sunscreen holy grail, stick to it. I think this is the first time I've ever managed to get to the end of all the comments, I think I might have missed a few, to be fair, because I kept losing my space thanks to YouTube messing around when reducing. So if I did miss your comment, just sound off in the comment section below and I will get back to you straight away. Nothing to worry about there. And we've got 4 more minutes, so if anyone has another question they want to ask. But I'm here to say, what are you eating tonight? What are we drinking? What are we eating? Are we celebrating anything? Like, food. Let's have like a 4 minutes of pure food. Tonight I'm having a prawn salad, like a prawn cocktail salad, taking it back to the 70s with a little prawns cocktail, which I actually was super excited about because I love prawn cocktail. It's so good. I also really like prawn cocktail crisps, which are a unique like British thing. I don't think you can get them anywhere outside the UK. Very weird, but very delicious. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I actually don't know why I'm telling you this, but that's on my tea. So I'd love to know what like you guys are trying and what you're drinking, eating, and all that good stuff. We've got his Mary says, can you suggest any collagen? Collagen supplements aren't something I personally do, though actually Beauty Pie, which we talked about earlier, do a really good one. BBC says, I've never seen in the comments done before time is up. I think I missed a lot, to be fair. BB, I think I missed a lot because I was jumping. YouTube do this thing where it takes you right to the end and then you have to scroll up to find where you were. I think it's because most people are quicker than me and I just take forever. But yeah, it feels good. Like, mission accomplished. TNH, cheeky mad about skin sunscreen update. Yes, it's coming August time. That's the update. Coming August time. A vitamin C serum and tranexamic acid serum. Is it good for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation? Yes, both of them. Throwing azelaic acid, you've got the best trilogy. Bohemian Hippie said, chili garlic chicken with mushroom bhaji. Stunning. We love that. Oh, Fristenberg says, we need this Dr. Barbara Sturm drama. Yes, so I did a video of Dr. Barbara Sturm and how shady. Overpriced, load of old tut, taking you on for your money. Don't care for them. They lodged a defamation challenge for YouTube against the video, which they always do, because if you've got something to hide, that's the sort of thing you do. YouTube, I've appealed it with YouTube because they like take it down temporarily to appeal it with YouTube. There's nothing that was said in there that's defamatory, even in the slightest. So YouTube will review it and then put it back up, and then we're all good to go. Just shows that if you're worried about what other people say about your brand, you're probably not doing the right thing. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and Dr. Barbara Sturm does have something to hide because their products are rubbish, overpriced rubbish. We need to get that message out there, and that video will be back as soon as possible. But I think it just shows what a shady brand they are. So yeah, that's the drama. There's like, it's not even that drama. Like, it's just a case that they were like, basically anytime someone says something bad about their product, they mark it as defamatory. Defamatory is where you say something, where you lie about a product or a brand. Saying the products aren't worth the money is my opinion. It's not defamation, it's just my opinion. Do I think they're a complete and utter waste of money? Absolutely. Would I go anywhere near the brand? Absolutely not. But I don't think it's defamation. Anyway, and it's not. And YouTube will prove that. So we're all good. So, but that's a drama. And don't worry, as soon as YouTube say, yeah, back up, I'll be doing a full video and expose to just shout this awful brand down, because people need to be aware of these terrible, terrible brands. And you're right, she's not even a dermatologist. Not that I think that matters. I don't think that matters, but I think if you're going to call yourself doctor on a product, it's kind of implying something and leading the consumer on. So that's another thing I don't like. But I didn't even cover that in the video. Didn't even cover that. I just stuck to the ingredients list and how it's overpriced rubbish. So there you have it. Yes. TNH says, Mad About Skin meetup / riot in front of the Dr. Barbara Sturm store. Yes, I'll meet you there. Anyway, guys, we're going to move today to today's video, which is on my favourite anti-aging hand creams. I've got some really good drugstore products in there. So you don't need to do anything. You'll be automatically moved over to that video. Now it's a premiere, so I'll be typing as we go along. All I will say is turn your volume down now because it goes up ridiculously loud with that hold music, and I'll see you over there. See you in 2 seconds, guys. Love you.